Ah, yes. Hello, my single solitary viewer. Brodator decided to take the first damage, and this is a love at first sight. And of course the message is, don't forget to help out your teams once you find each other, because unfortunately when you don't have the plugin for Love at First Sight, you have to do things by hand. It's a little bit inconvenient, if you will, but it gets things done, and we can still find a way to do Love at First Sight, even if it's a little more complicated. But there we are. We're live at an hour at which I usually don't stream all that much, because it's a little bit later in the evening. But it's the kind of game that we can play. So most of the players are trying to run around. What they don't necessarily... Hey, B, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can, of course, if you ask in the chat, because in the chat here I can see it, you can get a late scatter if you need it. And I will definitely provide. If you want to spectate, you can do that. Okay, there you go. So, not Brad and I team, that's Pineapple. Okay, so CT, not... What? Really? Okay, there you go. Not Brad. Pineapple. And CT, the 22 Scoops, and Bobby the Turtle. Roberto la Tortuga. And so here we are. Here there should be, oh, they could be forming a team here, but they have to notice each other. If they don't notice each other, yep, okay, someone's noticed, but the Bolt over here is not noticing. And it appears that Butter Golem and Domo have found each other, so that's another team. Oops, Domo, and I like how all I have to do is type butt. So I do apologize if I do a lot of commands at first. That's how you got to do the teams. Oh, me and Greeples, they just keep finding each other. No. This is Hab and Greeples. There you go. Coloring the teams again. Welcome to the stream, Wendy. Ooh, finally a little bit of respite where I can find some people. And of course, Love at First Sight is the game mode where everyone starts alone. And as they play, they explore the world and perhaps find someone, and that's going to be their teammate. So that's how the teams are formed. Sometimes there's some people that find each other early, and there's always a few that find themselves alone for extended periods of time. What is also special about this game is that we have some special monuments in the map. Let me try to... Oh, there you go. Team. Brodator and Wizard. And someone got a greeting. They got blazed. There was yes, there are monuments and there are blazes in them. So let me go. There we go. Let me teleport. Woo. Oh. Well, you have to know right now, Wendy, that the art is the one I have the hardest time keeping up with. But as you can see, there's monuments here. The nether is off, but there's a monument that has both blazes and netherwart. So potions can still be brewed in the game because all the ingredients are there. Thanks to the monument, or that monument especially. There's another type of monument around. Let me try and find one of them. Let me see. This should bring us in the area. Let's try and... Oh, there you go. And we also have monuments like this that contain a tiny little chest, and with just one little thing, like a splash potion of invisibility. So it's not game-breaking loot, but it's just a little something that can add a little bit of excitement. And uh-oh, his teammate has to leave. I just want to be sure, of course, that I'm not missing... I didn't miss any teams, right? Yeah, I didn't miss any teams, so there's good. Hey, welcome PM3, welcome to the stream. Glad you're there. And, well, yeah, I just wanted to warn you, Wendy, that I have I have a hard time keeping up with, with the art, because it's time-consuming, and time is what I have the least amount of. Free time is what I have the least of, but I'll definitely do my best. But that's the kind of thing that, yeah, where you have to actually expect me to fall behind in terms of getting that stuff done. I'm actually warning you in advance. And yeah, I'm sorry, PM3, that you missed the game. Hopefully you won't miss the next one or the one after that. There's still going to be a whole lot of games on the servers, and of course, if you didn't know, joining forces with Tommy, and when Tommy gets internet back, that's going to be next month, basically at the start of next month in May. We're going to be able to have, well, more games than we currently have, and that's going to include Minecraft 1.8 UHC games. Of course, the amounts of games that I personally play and host and play and stream is going to be pretty much the same, because I'm already maxed out. But for the community that we're building, that's hopefully going to be much more. Okay, let's do... and let's color them teams. There you go. So they have met each other. And they have formed a new team. Hello, Blueberry Blue. Welcome. My day has been pretty good. I managed to finally play some modded Minecraft that I've been like waiting for a week to play, practically. Sometimes you know, you get really busy and you get you basically you can't play the games you want to play because you have to do other things. And when you finally get to play them, you're like, yes, I get a little bit of fun. I get to catch up a little bit on what I'm doing. So someone here, Mikali, has found one of the monuments. He's going to be getting Splash Potion and Invisibility. And that's not everyone uses those. But, you know, it's a little ace in your back pocket that you might have. Hey, Plushie, welcome to the stream. I just finally noticed your presence. And, wow, day off from school tomorrow. That's pretty exciting. What are you going to be using the day to do? Don't say Minecraft. Although you could, you know. You definitely could. Minecraft is a legitimate way to spend part of your day. So not Brad, right over here. Oh, mom's okay. Nice. And Maverick is running around like literally a maverick, hoping to find, well, who knows what he's hoping to find. There's the village over there, but clearly that's been raided, or he's no longer interested in that one. He's just evading zombies now trying to find the cave to get his stuff done. There you go. That's the wise way of avoiding a zombie. You can learn a few things. There's a chance he might find this mineshaft there. There's a chance. Now, as night falls, has someone... Okay, someone has raided fully this monument over here, and they've destroyed one of the... Oh, they destroyed both, because the trick here is there are two blaze spawners, and they actually destroyed both. So good on them. They destroyed the spawner. Yeah, this is Brad has a team, and indeed, Domo, you will have to go elsewhere. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but indeed you'll have to keep on moving. However, I do believe that's another solo right over here, isn't it? No, that's Butter Golem. He's not a solo. You don't have to learn. Learning is actually the most useful part of school. Like, the drawback is you have to go to school, but the upside is that you learn stuff. All right, let's go to this team. They've dug a big hole. Well done. They have succeeded in digging the hole. I'm not sure if Harbored Mason has been scattered. Yes, he has. Okay. And yeah, this is a moment for him. All right. What I wanted to show you. Oh, you know what I should do? Probably turn on my spec info, right? I should do that. That would help. I've been so busy doing the other things that I haven't done anything else. So at 0-0, nobody has claimed the lingering potion. The oddity at 0-0 is that you might not tell, but the entire area is actually filled with some special spawners, and I don't know if we're gonna see something, as Dancing Ninja takes an undue amount of damage. I don't know if we're gonna see someplace where the spawners have done something. We should. Someone has forgotten an apple here, so they came to 00 but never saw, or close to 00 but never saw the monument. But I'm looking around, and I don't know if they'll be a factor. Oh, there you go. There you go. So I have spawners of these things. As you can tell, they're not the regular color. That's because they're not in the end. So I guess the regular spawner, as you see, boink, there it is, hidden behind over there. These guys might make things a little unpredictable at 00. We'll have to see. It depends on how many of them actually end up spawning over time. So there you go. What's going on? I know Domo and Butter Golem were on the same team. So who was the person who was anyway? There was another person. And so you've got some people sharing tips in chat, saying, "Oh, that I took the loot, I destroyed the spawners, so on, so on." But what they're actually looking for, they need 2 blaze rods, or they can simply as well destroy the spawners and prevent other teams from having the chance of making potions, which is another strategy. It's another strategic option. Now, City in Tokyo, I hope, is not lagged out, because it would be a... Okay, there you go. Everything's good. But City in Tokyo has someone else relatively close, someone who's in a team, and it is not a solo. It's Bobby the Turtle, who is has a stack of furnaces down there getting his stuff done. But otherwise, nothing too special to report. Radioactive Bolt down here, whose teammate might have to leave soon. It's potentially possible. Could happen. Has a chance of having a good team. I've got a pair of cats who are fighting in my backyard, and they're very loud. I don't know how, like, there's a new cat in the area, and apparently he's not making friends. That's all I'm gonna say. Because that's a common occurrence. I get them. I have to hear them all week. I didn't miss a team, right? Yeah. Because I want to be sure that I don't miss the formation of teams. Equal Together is still mining around. No problem. Wizard is doing the same. He's got a promising cave system. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't seen the cats so much, but they just refuse to give any territory. So like they can like look at each other for extended periods of time and go, and it's the most grating sounds you can imagine. They're really, really loud. They're really, really loud. And Radioactive Bolt has found 1 diamond, and Mikali has wisely made a shield. Mikali knows how to play this game, and I think has got a really, in general, pretty promising cave system. I think Mikali's going to get enchants. PvP is enabled. I don't know if anyone is... City in Tokyo has swum in lava. Okay. That was an unfortunate demise. Yeah. That was an unfortunate demise. I need to have my weather be on just a little bit, I realize now, because I don't hear the death lightning. There's a lot of mine shafts once you start exploring the world in spectator mode. You just can't miss them suddenly, and you figure out, why don't I find a mine shaft? Why don't I find a mine shaft in every single game I play? There's so many of them. So as you can see, Zebra Pants is somewhat close to oh no, that really not very close at all, actually. I have to teleport a long way away to find Brodator. That's the fun part with the spectating tool. I can kind of predict a long ways away if they're going to meet each other, and I'd be actually surprised if Zebra Pants and Brodator actually came to cave toward each other. It's not that it's impossible; they definitely can. But look, right over there, someone else, yet again. And basically, Zebra Pants is in the middle of Brodator and Pineapple. Alright. And I don't want to tell the players that I'm currently streaming if they don't already know, because I don't want them to come and street snipe or anything. I don't want them to be tempted, or I don't want them to learn of some secret or other. Wow, Maverick is kind of nightmarish looking. And welcome to the stream, Luke. Eden dither and missed it. Yeah, that can happen. We'll hopefully, as we have more and more hosts added to the server, and we'll be able to host games at more varied hours and cater to a wider pool of potential players, and that way you won't have to miss as many games, hopefully, or at least have some games from time to time that are in a time zone that is more you know, more practical for you. So Equal Together's still over here, and not so far away, Ferris is cooking some iron to finish up his starter gear and shifting like a paranoid person. Is it because he sees a name? I really don't think so, because it's really you have to, yeah, he's way too far over there. There's no way you can see the name. That's impossible to see. Again, I'm just really pleased with how far the spectator can see. This is just great. I can see again, woot, player all the way over there. And Reggie Float has come upon some gold, and he's already stacked up a total of 21. Ravines will help you find some gold. That's true. It's usually a fairly good source for gold. And lapis. I don't think he'll be able to hear this other little cave here, though. Oh, and Harbored Mason actually tried to swim it in lava. And GG, thank you. Thank you for playing, Harbored Mason. But unfortunately, I guess lava hurts. Lava hurts. Lava hurts. And Nut Brad is over here. He's got a potential cave down there. It's not the best in the world, but it's a little something. It might lead to some stuff, maybe a little bit of gold. No, I think he's gonna a little bit of gold, but otherwise I think he's gonna be a little bit disappointed. A little bit disappointed with the haul that he's gonna find in there. You know, it's just a matter of luck. Fierce now is going AFK. I'm not sure it's the, well, you know, if you have to do it, you have to do it. Bonefish is playing. Bonefish. Bowfish is actually playing. It can take him a lot of time to get things started. But he can do it. He's doing it. He is doing it. And wisely, he makes walls, protective walls for himself inside the cave. because, you know, you can't take too many risks, especially when there are skeletons stalking you. You definitely don't want to be the target. Radioactive Bolt has just found some diamonds, and at this point, there's still about a third of the players who still don't have teams, but they don't want to go to the surface quite yet, so they'll be looking for a potential teammate later and hope they don't stumble upon a team. That's kind of the strategy you have to hope for if you didn't successfully find a teammate on day one. That's the it's the tragic part of love at first sight. Will Radioactive Bolt find a whole lot of diamonds on short notice? No, I don't think so. I think he's got the diamonds for now, but not Brad. Did find a few diamonds. I just want to be sure I'm not missing any teams. No, I'm not. It's all good. And that about covers it up for not Brad. I was thinking that he wouldn't be pleased with the cave he had, but he got some diamonds. So I was wrong. I thought his cave was not looking like the best one of all time, and that's not true. He's got diamonds. What are you doing, wizard? Trying to find the zombie, is that it? No, pillaring out. This is Hab has found a vein of 8 diamonds. It's just pillaring up to start a new staircase, I guess, is what's happening. And going up all the way to Y32 so he can staircase. In all legality. Things are going well for him. Not Brad, finding the gold we saw just moments before. And Gaming Myth. I think a new player, that might be his first game on the server. Maybe. We're always welcoming new players. Is close to over here. If he hears all these skeletons, there's a chance he might locate this dungeon. And is there some good loot in here? There's a enchanted book. Fortunately for him, it's Curse of Vanishing, but there's a free golden apple if you survive the onslaught of skeletons. Most importantly, it actually leads to an interesting cave system. But you have to listen for the zombies. Not the zombies, but you have to listen for the skeletons, and you might not hear them under the sound of flowing lava and flowing... Oh, actually, you know what? He might end up finding them regardless, just because... Yeah, they kind of go together. Now, I will say, normally, like, staircasing is fine, but if you're actually already in a ravine, you should not be staircasing. You should be exploring the ravine. So that's a little pro tip. You should, like, be securing the ravine, getting the gold that's in here. Oh, this is a pretty good cave system, except there's no easily visible diamonds. That's the only thing that seems to be missing there. Greeple's really close to the wall. Might run out of cave space because of the wall, and is now treading explored areas that he's already been to. Yeah, there's still ways. Fierce and not Brad both taking skeleton damage. Butter Golem is doing the staircase. Where Radioactive Bolts is following a lava pool. Fine Apple finds 4 diamonds. Domo's smelting. And sorting through the inventory, it's something you gotta do. You gotta do it. He's very high up, though. Surface cave, getting ready perhaps to exit and join the teammate. It could be happening. Now, at this point... There's some people who might be trying actively to avoid finding bowfish or dancing ninjas. Sadly for them, they're in a bad spot. Oh, you feel tired and you feel drunk. I'm glad. I'm a little bit worried that you already know how it feels like to feel drunk, Plushy. But yeah, if you're tired, please sleep. There's no shame in going to bed a little bit early. That way, if it means you'll be waking up refreshed the next morning, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I would even recommend it. Bullfish, struggling to survive, but still doing it, still alive. And you never know. A few apples later, a little bit of gold later, and you're back in the game. Maverick just got hit by a spider. And Reggie is doing the staircase. Reggie will be sad to learn there's no sound of enemy bats or anything in here. That really would have helped him finding this. But yeah, there's the lava right behind him. He should be able to hear that. The lava behind him, right? Reggie, listen to the sounds. Listen to the sounds, Reggie. I know it's actually a really crappy pool, but I'm a little bit worried, Reggie, that you can't hear that lava. It's worrisome. All right. Well, yeah, I would say, Luke, 1.12, as a viewer, 1.12 UHCs seem to be a little more unpredictable than 1.8, if only because the PvE is a lot more dangerous, and so you never know who's actually going to make it to meet up, just because of the PvE. And that alone makes the games more unpredictable. Of course, it's difficult to witness the PvE deaths while being the spectator, because you know, they happen so quickly that you can't possibly be there in time. Scoop's finally finding a little bit of gold. Greeples here should be able to connect to a second cave system from there. If he this is the potential mother lode. Well, one free apples. There's several creepers. What's in this chest? Uh-oh. Yeah, that hurt, I bet. Alright, so how's Greeples? Oh, it barely took damage. Barely took damage. So he got the shield up in time and survived the blast. And he's going to have to sift through a certain amount of loot. But it's nothing that is so impressive. But what happens in 1.12, I've noticed, is once... Like, some mineshafts essentially don't have any minecart chests at all. And so others, like, have a lot of them. So I was... And this one is obviously trying to make me lie here. So, oh, yeah, there's another minecart chest over here. Normally, I don't look into minecart chests unless it's relevant. But this one is very relevant, I would say. Because it contains a notch apple. So... It appears that Greeples might be in a position where he might be able to obtain this. Now, absorption is off in my games, and that's because it is possible to find notch apples. But the notch apple, if you use it right, it will still grant you 8 hearts of healing, plus good amounts of fire resistance and resistance. So you'll be tougher to kill, for sure. Also, to be sure, here you go. Oh, I want to do something here. Don't look at the commands. go. Alright, I just wanted to remove myself from the Iron Man contention, so I just needed to take some damage right quick. And that's all I wanted to do. Okay, so... this is Hab. Notices that Domo is right here, and Domo and this is Hab are not on the same team. So we have a confrontation that is upcoming here. And clearly only one of them knows. Only one of them knows. So how will Hab handle this? Because it's clear that Domo really doesn't know at this moment in time. Has no clue. He's just busy mining gold. And Hab does have the advantage of having the diamond chest plate. And he could have the advantage of surprise. So perhaps he could land a lava bucket. He just doesn't know how to get to him. And the only way to get to him is actually to mine to him. Mine to the man. Now, Domo, it looked for a second like it was strip mining. That was not the case. He was digging to the lava over here. But I'm sorry to tell you, Hab, you're going to have to tunnel to your opponent. Domo here, finding diamonds, has no clue that there's a predator looking over his shoulder right now. You can see him up here. He's hoping there can be a way to get to Domo without digging a tunnel. That is not the case. A tunnel must be dug. The tunnel must be dug. They're not going to be able to fight without a tunnel being made. Domo has actually just seen over here the signs of human occupation, and he blocked it off. So I think he's going to try to move along. He doesn't know how close Hab actually is, but I think he's seen the extra obsidian over here, and that gave him a clue that there might be somebody around, I think. But he looked around, didn't see any names, and decided it's a good time to start smelting. Now this is Hab, will have to dig. There's no other way. There's no other way. He'll have to dig to find his prey. That's the only way. Again, Hab is really does not want to give himself away by digging, and I don't know if, yeah, he will make it if he digs a little bit more, but the skeleton over there is going to be a problem for him. Maybe not. Has Domo noticed anything? I don't think he has. He is going to be busy mining obsidian. That could be the best possible time to strike. And there he goes. There the sneak attack begins. Domo does not have a shield, I just realized. And that could cost him the fight entirely. Not having a shield is not a good idea at 1.12. Because he's not landing a whole lot of hits. He landed a few, but he spam clicked and didn't do a whole lot of damage by the looks of it. Now the skeleton's getting involved. The skeleton's all like, oh, I want the kill, I want the kill, I want to kill steal. So Domo's at 3 hearts and a half. Hab is still in good shape. But the skeleton is now trying to get involved. Just does not understand that this is a private date. There you go. Now, will Hab be able to find him? Because he just blocked himself with the obsidian here. And actually Hab, yeah, went right past, sailed right past. The telltale obsidian right there should in principle give Domo away, but Hab has completely lost sight of him. Completely lost sight of him. And I do think Bowfish actually died to PvE. I'm sorry I missed it during this this intense looking around. Hab is just looking around for Domo, and I think he's never going to find him. Maybe he's going to hear the pillaring up, but I think he's not going to find him, period. There you go. He found the obsidian. But he went the wrong way. Going the wrong way, so Domo will escape. He'll escape, keep the diamond pick, and he will still have enchants for Butter Golem. He doesn't have the obsidian yet, of course, because he was interrupted in the middle of getting it, I think. Or at least he spent one block of obsidian to make his escape. But clearly, he's getting out. He is getting out. So this is, Hab is now the sole proprietor of this mineshaft. He should be able to inherit the smelting over here, right? No, the smelting was all done. Almost all done. Okay. Oops. Dang it. I had to recolored all teams because a new just I want to be sure that I didn't do bad. But yeah, Reggie and Dancing Ninja are indeed a team. They have found each other. It's all legit. I should probably have teleported to them first. But yes, it is possible to find a teammate even after the first day. You kind of got to be a little bit lucky, but hey, that's what happened here. And yeah, the skeleton did have a seizure. They tend to do that when they step on a rail, which is exactly what that skeleton did. So Wizard is over here in a decent cave. He's going to have to deal with that skeleton. And will be unable to find this diamond down here. Isn't that a shame? It's not possible for him to find that diamond. But Not Brad has found now 22 total diamonds. So what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Well, you kill the zombie, of course, is what you do. Sometimes you have one of those games and you travel enough that you get the loot. BBR quietly finding a good deal of gold himself. He's still a solo, so I think that gold will need it, but he's in good health at this point. He is in good health. The 22 scoops is being evil currently on the surface. He has one dog, which is how you start a canine army. You start with, actually you really want to start with at least 2. So I would recommend he should get another. Brodator finding more gold, and we got a team getting apples in a swamp, which is really the best spot to get some. Verily, I say unto you. Oh, and Reggie Float was hit by a shulker. So yeah, I think some teams are finding out the little surprises around here. They're like, what the heck is going on? So I'm just happy that someone got hit by a shulker, because that's hilarious to me. And it's going to bring confusion and startlement. Oh, Zebra Pants fell in lava and got shot by the skeleton. This is just amusing me endlessly. The levitation. This is hilarious to me. This is why I hit the spawners. They'll never find the spawners. And it's just going to be, I'm going to be laughing all day long with this. It's definitely worth it. Am I a troll as a game host for doing this? I did say it was special monuments. I'm just having too much fun. Of course, they're wise enough to stay on top of the water pools when they get hit, so they don't take any fall damage. So smart playing, of course, in doing that. I'm not sure why they're insisting on killing the shulkers, because I mean all they'll get is shulker boxes. Really, they don't give the most useful loot. So I think they'll get tired of them and move on, because you don't get enchants from them or anything. But it's just very this is hilarious to me. I'm glad you're enjoying it too. Oh, that was another player. That's a solo over here. Maverick MC is a solo. Will he try to fight a team or not? Would he do that? That's a team, Maverick. That's a team. I know Dancing Ninja has only 2 hearts, and so you might be able to kill him. Yeah. He's now at half a heart. So Maverick might actually play Spoil Sport. I think he's going to be trying to target Dancing, because he just wants to transform this team of 2 in a team of 1. And so if I was Dancing Ninjas, I would be especially terrified at this point. You rarely see a team running away from a solo, but when one of them is at half a heart, I mean, it kind of figures, right? So there goes Dancing Ninja, as expected. He'd be targeted first, and this should give Reggie the ability to flee inside the temple that has already been explored. Even the TNT is gone. Reggie, is this really the best time? Oh my goodness, Maverick is actually not chasing. Oh. Who's this? That's not Maverick. This is McCallie. So McCallie and Maverick might actually form a team here. All they have to do is see each other. So Reggie just avoided death by McCallie. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. I briefly saw Reggie's name, and McCallie decided to go in the temple. I think he might find... Nope, okay, he's gone away. But meanwhile, Maverick has left. As you can see, right over here, just chilling. A shulker. Hey, Zebra Pants. 5 skeletons. Yeah, that's a little difficult to overcome, right? Where did McCallie go? Where did McCallie go? Oh yeah, going straight for 0-0. So will he just noticed the spot where Dancing Ninjas died? Yeah, well, yeah, indeed. In the end, Zebra Pants, I'm sorry to say this Kelly did kill you. That did happen. I'm highlighting the players here because Wizard is taking skeleton damage, and yeah, Pineapple as well. But Maverick was here moments ago. He could have formed a team. Oh, there, yeah, he's over here. So they might eventually find each other if they keep patrolling 0-0. They could still find each other. McCallie not McCallie, but I mean Wizard is having a hard time. Someone already took the chest up there. And so Zebra was here, and so was McCallie. Zebra is dead, and Nerd is also a thing. But Maverick is too far away over there, and will he stay on the surface at night with McCallie? Again, over here the Shulker, just discreet as ever. And Singular is getting shot by a blaze again. He already had to endure this treatment at the beginning of the game, and very nearly died as a result because he didn't have any armor. So he got yeah, he got a bit of a few issues, you know, and as is Bowfish actually. It looks like McCallie is probably not going to stay forever at spawn. Just McCallie and Maverick basically missed each other by not a whole lot. BBR now finding his 16th diamond, so he'll have a reasonable amount of gear for a solo. And there's still a chance, of course, that he could find a teammate. But at this point, I admit, I'm sticking around to 0-0 because I want to see people deal with the Shulkers. And Maverick is back. He's got Frostwalker. Because why not? He's not enchanted, but he has got... No, he is enchanted, right? But he doesn't have diamond gear. And here we are. Here they see each other. So, yeah. And the teams have been colored yet again. And now, BBR's only chance for a teammate, basically, is gaming. And Ferris is now burning up from a blaze, trying to harness this monument over here. They did their best. I don't know if they got how much loot they got. But, yeah, he's finding out that blazes shoot, blaze. Oh, and Brodator was blown up by a creeper. That's kind of a surprise, that one. So that's going to make things a little complicated for Wizard. And it looks like Ferris and teammate actually wants potions. And so they're determined to get the blaze rod. But it's kind of difficult to get around here, right? So they've noticed they have already killed one spawner, but the other one remains. And they're even trying the snowballs on the blaze. Little do they know, there's another one right behind them that could oola. Oh, that was so nearly lethal. Oh my goodness. Oh, and the skeleton. Just having fun. This is not the kind of monument you want to raid at night, let me tell you. Oh my goodness. And Brodator has joined us in the spectating area. And he turned on his spec info as well. But I think I'm going to assume that they decided they have... they either lost all the health they were willing to sacrifice in their quest, or have all the blaze rods they want. They got the wart, no blaze rods. And Ferris has one blaze rod, which is not enough for potions. You need two. You need 2. In 1.12, you need 1 to create the brewing stand, and you need a second one to power it. Or you need to power the brewing stand with blaze powder, which obviously you can only craft using a blaze rod. Now the 22 scoops will eventually be trying to join his teammates, I would imagine. Bobby, I don't know where Bobby is. It looks like they split up quite a bit. Bowfish, still, to his credit, never giving up on trying to play on the server. His internet should improve, so hopefully things will go better for him. There you go. Scoop's getting all the experience and trying to find his teammate, wherever he is. I mean, I know it's Bobby. Bobby's not on the surface, at least. Let's move around and see where everyone's at. Reggie Float has decided to at least craft himself some shulker boxes. Why not? You know, if you're gonna be on your own, you're gonna do it. Now this is Hab, has a chance of taking some fall damage if he derps. He's digging down like the safe way, but yeah, I think he noticed everything, so he's safe. But by the cobble you can see over here, someone's already been here, and it's his teammate. So obviously he was digging down to his teammate for, I think, a fairly good reason. Now, we knew Greeples earlier, if you remember. Greeples was in the mineshaft where he could find the God Apple. There it is, in his inventory. He has it. He has the Notch Apple. He found it. So we did expect that he probably would, and he did. So, just whoops. He found the God Apple that was in the dungeon. Bobby the Turtle is in half diamond. He missed that gold up here, but he's probably going to find plenty of other stuff. I'm not really worried for Bobby the Turtle, I'll be honest with you. Oh, I did not expect that. Butter Golem just shot Wizard. And Wizard was just basically saying, please, yeah. Which, well, sadly, yeah. Yeah. So it's very sad. Oh, did they both have a blaze rod? So they have 2. Okay, so they'll be able to brew potions then. I trust you, Luke, that you are more observant than I am. Clearly, I did not notice the blaze rod. Pineapple and Brad are enchanting. They have a decent amount of gear. Things are going pretty well for them. And you are correct. This is confirmation. They're brewing at the moment. I'm not sure I'd brew right at the bottom of the monument where you still run a risk of having a... Do you run a risk of having blazes? Yeah, they can still spawn. Butter Golem and Domo, also close to a monument, are in the process of doing the things. Yes, and they're fishing. That's pretty evil. That's pretty evil. I like, oh no, I thought the creeper was just going to come around and eventually get to them. So they're trying to grow melons by the looks of it. Is that accurate? With the desire, potentially, of making some healing potions. That could change the game. Reggie is skulking around close to 0-0. And there's a dastardly team of 2 over here. Who's that? That's the evil Maverick and McCallie. So this is the kind of team you want to, you do want to hide from them. Now, these guys are just killing shulkers, and they're not getting hit. They're not getting hit. Good job. Good job. Will they spot Reggie over there? Boing! Will they spot the Reggie? They're just looking for the shulker spawners, I guess, that I hid. And Reggie has found hiding like a commando. I don't know if he'll be able to stay hidden for too long. Well, if these guys keep up on looking for shulker spawners. No, I think Reggie will escape. By the looks of it, Reggie will escape. Or by not necessarily escape so much as not be noticed. Because he hasn't moved. The freaking bee from Cuphead. I did not know that, Bleachy. That's good to know. I know that there are sometimes YouTubers who participate in some games. One of them, like being a rather cringy game that escapes me, like one of the Half-Life mods that turned into a game and has become a cringe quest. But I had no idea that Cuphead had any YouTube celebrity voices at all. And Reggie is actually running straight into another team, so he managed to avoid one. And yeah, he just noticed that there's another one over there, and he's hightailing it in another direction. But Equal Together and Radioactive Bolt have not seen Reggie. Not yet, at least. I think Radioactive might have. I think he might have seen Reggie and might be chasing. And the teammate would probably want to keep up because if they stumble upon McCallie and Maverick, they'll want to not be alone. Now, Reggie here, going with his pyromaniac instincts. The shulker trying to attack, but failing at it. It's a fail from the shulker. Did not manage to hit anyone. Reggie has managed to reach the Dark Oak Forest, and I think he's going to be able to find a way to escape in here because it's the kind of place where you can hide in there. Yeah, and Radioactive has Equal Together, yeah, got hit by the shulker and had a little bit of a levitation fun. And I think that's what turned Radioactive around. Again, I do not tire of this. This is great fun for me. The hidden shulkers. Now this is Hab is having a hard time with the skeleton. At this point, you should have enough armor to sustain, the damage. And I think they're giving themselves away that they were at 0-0. They'll find an empty chest. But they just told Maverick and McCallie where they are. So they should expect some visitors soon. Reggie is still around here. He hasn't really fled far enough away. But Reggie at this point, I think he's basically abandoned on getting enchantments and so on. So he's sticking around, I suspect, in hopes of being able to clean up or get some loot from another deceased player and maybe enchant up that way. But basically is looking for a little bit of luck to go his way this time instead of the other direction. The other two, though, appear to have left, and they're going to be looking for Reggie. They might spot him again, because he's not so far away. He's right over there. Did Radioactive actually see him? Wow. That's some eagle vision. That's some eagle vision. Wow. I'm very impressed with that type of eagle vision. I would never have noticed. If it wasn't for the highlights and the fact that I already knew Reggie was there, I would never have noticed. So the bow battle begins. And Reggie's in a 1 versus 2. And he, against someone who's enchanted with a diamond axe. So really, the odds are ever not in his favor in this occasion. He might be able to flee if he has a water bucket to spare. He got a little bit of bow spam in. Now, that's not bad. He took down Radioactive Bolt, actually, all the way down to 3 hearts. So he really did fare well. He really put up a respectable fight. For sure. Taking down someone who's enchanted with a diamond axe all the way down to 3 hearts is actually doing it really good for yourself, especially when you're being double teamed, basically. That is very, very well fought for a solo. Now, Ferris and Singular are going to have to hope they can brew some magic with their potions because, honestly, they have a steep hill to climb in terms of health. So Maverick and McCallie knew that blue team was basically at spawn, and so they know they're somewhere relatively close by. They don't know they had to chase or whatnot. How did he manage this shield? How did, like, that's a really complicated shield that has almost all the dye colors. Well done, Maverick. Really kudos, because that is quite the shield. I'm not sure if it's the prettiest shield, but you definitely have to respect the amount of effort that shield is worth. But I think, there's a lot of, actually, there's going to be a bit of a kerfuffle here. 3 teams. I don't know, I'm sorry, Brodator and Wizard are not a theme, they're just spectating. But there will be a fight. And Bowfish, I thought that Bowfish had finally collected, and I was wrong. I'm thinking Maverick and McCallie have the advantage here because they started with higher health. Not sure if, but I think they're non-enchanted, actually. So this is really a battle for enchants. And if Maverick and McCallie get a kill, they're going to get enchantments. Alright, well, there goes one of them. Maverick still lives. He's trying to run away. An accidental team kill over here. That's a little bit embarrassing. Oh, the lava, miss with the lava. And finally, Radioactive Bolt lands the final hit. He's got 2 hearts left. That's actually going to be... I don't know if he can overcome this at this point. That's so much, he's going to need so much healing in just 10 minutes that I don't know if, as a solo, he can get back into this. Keep in mind, there's another solo right here. His name is Gaming Mees, maybe? And he might get a cheeky little backstab and get all the loot. Oh, he's been seen. He's been spotted at the last minute, but Radioactive Bolt at 1 heart now. Only 1 heart. Oh, but the axe was too strong. Radioactive Bolt managed to get another one. And with the wise use of his shield and using the axe to take down his opponent's shield. And now he's down to 1 heart. And there was enough gold in there to get 1 heal. So that's 1 golden head. And a few more to follow, I would imagine. He's really close to 0-0. Is anyone else in the area ready to come upon him and get everything? Because he might have 5 kills in this one, including 1 team kill. He's so low in health that he might have, and of course he no longer has a teammate now, so teams of 2 can flank him. That might change everything. Now, of course, BBR has lost pretty much his only hope for a teammate. Like, I don't want to... I mean, he might get Bowfish kicks, but I don't know if Bowfish can... I don't know if Bowfish can even, like, get to meet up, quite frankly. He can't even connect or anything. But, yeah, these 2 are caving, looking for golds, because they're very desperate for some healing. They're 1 heart each. Will they even survive and get to meet up? Can they survive and reach meet up? Or will they die before then? That is the question. That is the question. Butter Golem getting the witch killed. They're still hoping to grow some melons. The melons are growing. They're growing. The 22 scoops walking around, still with only 1 dog. Only 1 dog to his name. Oh, Bobby the Turtle has found a radioactive bolt. And that means Bobby and the 22 scoops might get a whole lot of loot. Radioactive Bolt has a killer axe, but Bobby is in half diamond, so that's, defensively speaking, that's certainly going to help him. He's got a little bit of healing in his back pocket as well. Don't know if he has another one, but he's getting pestered by mobs. I don't know if he's going to be able to corner... radioactive bolts, especially since the 22 scoops appears to be nowhere close to him, so it's really 1v1. Well, you got to, I'm sorry to say, radioactive bolt, you actually did get the time to heal, and so on. That's no longer a cleanup, but it's quite possible from here that Bobby won't be able to chase you. He might have some loot that he can sift through and maybe get the pick of the litter. I think that might be the wisest course of action for him. But he's going to try to chase, and there's red team over there in the middle of the chase. That team is fighting the 22 scoops, and the 22 scoops is going to get now radioactive bolts on his tail. And the double lava exchange goes really in favor of radioactive bolts, and he sicks his dog, but here comes Fine Apple. Fine Apple is actually going to be trying to intervene. That saves the 22 scoops, at least for now, but of course the loot, everyone's after the turbo loot. That's what they're in for. Not Brad now is on the offense, and he gets the kill. Radioactive Bolt was pretty much the most wanted in the area. Bobby the Turtle has actually managed to already make his way over here. And Bobby's landing some shots. How's Red Team now doing? It looks like a lot of the loot died in the lava. So a lot of the loot is just gone now. Gone, gone, gone. Where? Okay, and is that the 22 scoops? Yes, the 22 scoops is behind the 2 red players. And really, he could have. Yep, there you go, there you go. Well done, Scoops. Really in the nick of time. So Bobby gets one, and Scoops. Will Scoops live or die? Scoops lives, surprisingly enough, at only 1.5 hearts, but he made it. And really, his little sneak attack from the rear was well timed because it gave Bobby the opening to cross the little lake and flank, and that really was perfect strategy here for 1.12. You want to target the flanks of your opponents, and yes, you do want to target the flanks. So, of course, Scoops is going to need healing. I don't know how much healing there is left. Bobby the Turtle just ate a gapple in front of Scoops' face. Okay, Scoops has one. Or at least there's that. I was like, are you kidding? He's got like a half a heart, and you heal to full while he's... I know that he's not the MVP here. He's not the world's best PvPer. And Bobby, like, you know, actually would have a shot at if there was such a contest. Let's move around, see where everyone's what everyone's up to in this final minute. Greeple's really having the hardest time fending off a baby zombie. My advice is always to pillar up too high so the baby zombie can't reach you. Like that. There you go. That's the way. The baby zombie is completely harmless from there, and that's how you can handle him in a safe. I'm terrible at PvP kind of way. So these two are still clinging to life by a thread. I'm not really expecting them to win. I don't know why. Is it perhaps because they're nearly dead? That they might get shot by a skeleton on the way to meet up and die? It could be. Greeples over here. What teams are left? Butter Golem and Domo actually might be the oops. Might be the team to beat Bobby and Scoops. They certainly have the best odds. And I think that's BBR over here. No, that's Bobby the Turtle. Okay. Bobby the Turtle is going to meet up with Black Team. And I think that's our next fight. Hilariously enough, the Shulkers are being a little bit of a pest. We're going to have permaday, so I don't think they're going to spawn as much anymore. And actually, Bobby the Turtle has lays hiding in the woods. So I don't think... And Butter Golem took Enderman damage. And Domo now knows about the Shulkers. Which I still find hilarious. And Bobby's shooting a few arrows here. He's landing the shots. Domo landed 2, but then Bobby responded in kind. And he's separated the team. Butter Golem had to deal with the Enderman. And Scoops is finally entering the picture way back there, still late in the game. And but Bobby has a difficult... Everyone actually has a really difficult situation here. And the Shulkers come into play. Butter Golem got distracted by the army of Shulkers. And there you go. I can't believe that Bobby has not been hit yet by the shulkers, by the way. Look at this. All right, there you go. Bobby goes flying. And he's like really focusing on getting the shoe sting done first. And poor Butter Golem had to, and now Bobby has to figure out a way to come down there safely. There you go. Scoops prepared the landing for him. That's the advantage of having teammates you can depend on. But meanwhile, someone has had the opportunity to hide just a little bit, see if the weather can change a little bit before meetup. Singular is actually dying to silverfish. So when you pillar up in Extreme Hills, make sure you don't break the silverfish blocks. That's important. That's one of the things you got to make sure you don't do. So Bobby's like spending the arrows he needs to try and clear off the shulker bullets. And yeah, Bobby's gonna claim revenge because he does. I would assume he wants the loot over here. There's potions. You know, there's a lot of very interesting stuff. But first, you got to get the shulkers out of the way, which they now are. Well, except for the new one that just arrived. But Scoops is on the case, and Bobby's looting now. A new shulker has appeared, but he's not getting involved. Now at this point, Scoops and Bobby, they're out of healing by the looks of it, unless they have golden heads. But I think they're out of healing. And but they have a lot of diamond armor. It's going to be very difficult for anyone else to take this one away from Scoops and Bobby. Especially when, after Butter Golem's untimely demise, that was someone who really, really did not expect the shulkers. And of course, is probably going to be a little bit salty about the shulkers. That's totally possible. I think he might be a little bit salty about the shulkers. But I have no regrets. It's a special monuments game, and so that's the kind of thing you can expect. Because you don't know what to expect. You just know that stuff has been altered about the map. Well, what your top frag, by the way, Mutant, your top frag is 4 kills. Because I don't know if you want to count the team kill. I'm pretty sure that Bobby is already a higher kill count on the server in another game. I don't know if Bowfish is going to make it to... I don't know if he's going to be able to connect at all, but it's the meetup. And if he can't... just letting him join the game again. Happy but sad. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Can we not? Can I? Well, it's they're not obligated at all to offer the 1v1. I'll be honest. Where are they? It's up to them if they grant the 1v1. He did try the little potion drop there, and unfortunately he got caught. And he's trying to get there, but if he can't, he'll have to forfeit. And there you go, he left the game. Hey, Ancient Bunny, welcome back to the stream. You're in time for the end. Indeed, you missed some exciting and very strange action. That's because, unbeknownst to a lot of people, there are some shulker spawners at 0-0. And so, to their shock and surprise, they have to deal with some shulkers. Now, BBR doesn't know, but Bowfish kicks timed out right over here. That's where he could find a teammate. By the looks of it, he's not going to get the teammate before he gets to meet up. Greeples is here and getting shot by Bobby. Bobby's quite the shot, so you don't want to miss with the. You don't want to try to. It's very difficult to outbow Bobby. But Greeples landed the lava. And Bobby is at half health now. Greeples is in a dire situation himself, mind you. But now the team... He's really losing on the... losing the fight on the bow front. Landing a few shots on Scoops, though. Scoops, his health is low. Greeples is at only 1 heart. It's basically a one-shot at this point. All they need to do is land 1 shot. Hab just nicks Scoops and makes him fall down the hole over there. So Scoops is in a bit of a sticky situation himself. So at this point, both teams have damaged each other so much that BBR can come in and do exactly this. Cleaning is frowned upon, but when you're a solo, cleaning is roughly your only choice, isn't it? I mean, there's really the odds of getting anything else accomplished are way too low. So BBR, of course, has the diamond axe. And Bobby the Turtle has been poisoned. Was Scoops supposed to poison Bobby, or was that BBR's plan, or what happened here? Something went wrong. Or did Bobby poison himself? And there's the other 2 pink players over there on the other side. The shulker here is being a thing. Can Bobby pull off a miracle? Because Bobby's in a bad situation here. And BBR loves to melee in 1.12. He doesn't like to bow. He really chases after you with the diamond axe that he takes a whole lot of time to craft. And as a result, Bobby's strategy of running away can actually keep him alive. And now BBR's going to be bow fighting 2 teams. Green is back over here trying to get some stuff. And Bullfish Kicks had made it to beat up, amazingly. I don't think he can survive and see. There you go. I need a new keyboard. And there's so many things happening all at once. I think the next to die are Purple Team and BBR over here, so that's going to be my bet. Yep, BBR just got one. because their health is so low that that was my expectation. BBR here might be able to get some potions that he might be interested in. I'm not sure what potions they brewed. There are potions of strength. So at this point, BBR has got 3 gapples. Well, 2 now. And he's got that really powerful diamond axe. And if that wasn't enough, he now has strength. So you definitely do not want to melee BBR under any circumstances. And I think, well, I think Bobby is aware of this. But who can do anything? So Bobby's shifting in the canopy. BBR has found... Yeah, it's... Oh, I thought... BBR missed him. I thought he found him. He actually walked past. Okay, well, that was surprising. I thought he was heading straight for him, but he walked straight past. It looks like the hiding spot was like something really special. Now, Bobby the Turtle's also looking around in the canopy. Just looking around for a victim. And he spotted one, I think. Yep, he just did. But BBR's pillaring up on top of the canopy as well at this moment. He's going to spot what he's looking for as well. And Bobby might not be able to keep things at melee range for very long. BBR with a warning shot. And Bobby the Turtle, I think he just threw the invis potion on himself, but he's still wearing his armor. So he's invisible, but he's wearing the armor. So he's obviously visible. And what about Singular? What about Singular? I think BBR is actually heading in the other direction, and he's going for Hab. Yes, he is. Now, Hab does not realize this, perhaps, but he absolutely wants to keep this to a bow fight. Perhaps he doesn't know. But again, BBR, with the Diamond Axe and the Strength Potion, is not something you want to melee against, especially when all you have is a sword and an iron axe. This is not going to do, Hab. You want to keep this at melee. And Bobby the Turtle got another kill. You do not want to keep this at melee, Hab. This is not in your favor. BBR's got an axe, so the shield isn't going to be working all that much. And of course the axe is named Diamond Sword, which it is not. It is a diamond axe. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled. If you click on this, you think it's a diamond sword, but it's not. It's definitely not. And over here, who's left? Well, Bobby is really the only one that's left, isn't he? And I think Bobby knows exactly. I think Bobby knows that he can't melee. Okay, he's invisible and naked. Okay, he's gonna try some tricks here. But how long does he have on that invis pot? And BBR just got poisoned. Bobby actually managed to use the invis pot and get the poison pot. And he landed that. And Bobby, I don't know how much longer he's going to be invisible. He's probably got a couple seconds of invisibility left. He really doesn't have all that much. And there, but unfortunately, yeah, that did not pull through. It was definitely worth the attempt. That made things very interesting. But GG. Congratulations to BBR. 5 kills and a win as a solo in a love at first sight game. And thanks to Bobby for pulling off a daring plan of using the invis pot and and getting the invis pot. A daring plan that almost worked, just came a little bit short. BBR had quite a lot of gear there, quite a lot of gear. So I want to thank you for playing. I want to I want to thank you for watching, everyone who came to the stream. If you want to play more games like this, make sure you join the Discord down below. It's a free Discord that you can freely join. It's now called the UHC Clubhouse, and that's where all the game announcements are added. Now, starting with next month, we're also adding a 1.8 UHC server. So while I'll still host 1.12 games and stream 1.12 UHC games, we'll also be adding to that some 1.8, some classic UHC, in the classic PvP kind of way. And of course, we'll be working on having 1.13 UHCs. Those are a lot more difficult, so even when 1.13 comes out, we're probably not going to host a lot of 1.13 UHCs immediately because there's some game balance issues that we have to fix before we host a lot of them. But even then, we can host a few straight up 1.13 UHCs as well, even though they're going to be a bit of a more of a rarer occurrence. We're going to have arenas for Minecraft PvP, and of course, all around all this, we also have the communities like the patron SMP. We're also going to have a patron modded SMP, but that's a couple months down the line. You don't have to stress about the modded SMP quite yet. But if you're someone who's really into modded SMP and you have some recommendations or ideas for mods to use in the modded SMP, we are open to suggestions and recommendations. We want a pack that appeals to as many people as possible without actually needing a godly computer to use. So it's possible the suggestions may not meet those criteria. Maybe they're too demanding on PCs and so on, and maybe we might choose to not use it because it's too, it's too hard to use basically on the computer. You need too much of a godly computer that not everyone has. But that's for the future projects. Before then, it's more games, both in 1.8 and 1.12, and all of that is free to play. If you join the Discord down below, you'll get all the info for the next one. Until then, I want to thank you again for watching, and hey, I hope you'll come by and watch again next game.